Hello, welcome to Math is Easy. Take it step by step. This is part 3 of a probability word problem that you will see, a type of word problem you'll see on the GED math and the HiSET exam. This is the third part, and again, we're reviewing skills. So we are reviewing converting percents to fractions, and then fractions to decimal. This is part 2 of this particular skill. And so I wanted to quickly just review, if you missed the video part, the second video of the probability review, you would see how I took 7.5%, converted that into a fraction. I eliminated the percent, put 100 in the denominator's place, reduced that fraction as small as I can reduce it. I took every fraction is a division problem. 3.02 divided by 4 gave me 0.755. Now I want to point out with these arrows, each value you see above you is equivalent to each other. So 7.5% is equal to 0.755. You move that decimal 2 places to the right, you got 75.5, right? You cross off that percent, you put 100 in the denominator, you have 75.5 over 100. So each value, this is the reduced value of the fraction. So each of these are equivalent or equal to each other. So I'd like to continue with working on an example that may be a little bit easier to see. I would like to take 50%, convert that into a fraction, and then convert that into a decimal. So remember, you take that percent symbol, we have that invisible 1 in the denominators under the term 50 here, percent. Cross off that percent, eliminate it by putting 100 in the denominator's place. Now we're going to find a number that divides evenly into top and bottom, and I'm going to use 5. That's the smallest number we can divide into top and bottom. I want to show you what that looks like for those of you that struggle with math and may not know. I can divide 50 evenly into the top. I can divide 50 evenly into the bottom. 50 times 1 is 50. 50 times 2 is 100. And I can reduce this fraction down to 1/2. But I like to show you what it would look like if I didn't know that, right? Well, I know 5 can be divided into top and bottom evenly. I know 5 times 10 is 50. I know 5 times 20 would give me 100. That's what I'm showing you here. I know I can continue to divide 5 into top and bottom here, because 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times 4 is 20. So that 10 over 20 reduces down to 2/4. I'm going to try, I got an even number on top, an even number on the bottom. I'm going to try to reduce this 2/4 by dividing top and bottom by 2, and I end up with that 1/2 fraction I was just talking about. So 50% is equal to 1/2. And 1/2 is equal to, hey, let's convert this to a decimal. Every fraction is a division problem. 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. Now I use this as a color coordinating scheme so you can clearly see the blue and the red. So 1 is going to be divided by the 2. Okay? Pardon the shaking. Everybody's got a little shaking going on right here. A little shaking. I apologize for the shaking here. So again, 1 will go inside the divisor bar, and we have 2 on the outside. You have that invisible decimal to the right of the 1 here. So show the decimal, raise it above the divisor bar. And you can put as many invisible zeros as you like to the right. It goes on for infinity if you really wanted to spend a lifetime writing out zeros. So I'm looking for a number that will evenly divide into 1. Well, there's no numbers times 2 that will give me the 1. So I'm going to move over. One number times 2 would give me 10. I know 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to subtract 10 from 10. That gives me 0. Again, 2 times 5 gives me 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. I'm going to bring down this 0. What number times 2 gives me 0? 0. Subtract 0, you get 0. Bring that 0 all the way down. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0. And that's why those zeros can go on and on forever on the top as well. So 1/2 is equal to 0.50. So we have 50% is equal to 1/2, which is equal to 0.50. And so I wanted to show you here in review some friendlier numbers. Now you may have heard of this before. Again, if I'm moving something here that you want to see, you can pause, rewind, watch this video at any time. So all these values are equal to each other. 50% is equal to 1/2, which is equal to 0.50. Okay, percent to fraction to decimal. And so these are also equivalent to each other. 25%, eliminate the percent, put the 100 underneath, divide top and bottom by 25, you get a fourth, or a quarter. Because 1/4, 1 divided by 4 gives you 0.25. Or a value of a quarter, right? 0.25. 25 cents is the value of a quarter. 1 over 4 is called a quarter, 1/4. Right? So 25% equals 1/4, which equals a quarter. And so moving on, we see here 75%. Cover up that percentage symbol, put 100 underneath. You converted a percent to a fraction. Now find a number that will divide evenly into top and bottom. I know 25 times 3 gives me 75. 25 times 4 gives me 100. I'm going to reduce this fraction 75 over 100 to 3/4. Right? Or what's called 3/4, because 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 gives me 3/4 or 3/4. 3/4 equal what? 75 cents, or 3/4 is equal to 0.75. I'm hoping this review is helping with you with understanding some of the skills you're going to need. This is the end of part 3 to reviewing a probability word problem that you're going to see on the GED exam. And hopefully by reviewing these skills, this will help you in understanding how to answer the questions. Stick with me. Math is easy, step by step. I'll be going over that, how to answer that question I showed you in part 1 video in just a moment. Hey, thanks for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step.